Hi, I'm Matthew Buzzy here with the Lenovo X1 Extreme Gen 4, of course the 4th edition of this laptop, and on this version it has a lot of interior and external changes, so let's jump into it. We're going to start with the display, which is now 16 by 10, up from the standard 16 by 9. 16 by 10 is becoming a little more common, gives you a little more screen real estate to work with, good for a professional system, creative professionals, or anyone who has a lot of big spreadsheets. You have an FHD option and up to a 4K IPS display, and so that's, again, a good option for creative professionals. There's a 1080p webcam also, so high resolution all around, as well as a privacy shutter to shut the webcam off when you don't need it. On the higher 4K option, you also get the new carbon fiber lid, otherwise it's a nice matte finish, which is textured smoothly actually. It looks like it might be rough, but the new design process allowed them to get it to show a little better, make it a little more unique, and I think it stands out. Well, the rest is a nice soft touch, normal sort of more plastic feel. And then rounding out the build, we have two up-firing speakers with a Dolby Atmos surround sort of speaker system, as well as, of course, the Lenovo ThinkPad keyboard, which we know and love. Nice travel, the keys feel good. One of the best in the business, especially for business. There's also a fingerprint reader built into the power button, so you can get that nice one-touch sign in and turn on. And the touchpad's a little bit roomier, just a little bit bigger. This is a 16-inch display, so this is a slightly larger laptop than you may be used to working on, but that means the touchpad has gotten a little bigger. Everything is scaled correctly, and it feels good. It's about 4 pounds, so pretty thin, fairly light considering the feature set and its use case and what purpose it's for. Which of course leads us into the components. If you're going to be doing demanding work, crunching through a lot of numbers, or heavy graphics intensive work, it has you covered on both fronts. It can go up to a Core i9 processor. It can also go Core Xeon for really demanding professional use cases. And the RTX 3080 is actually the max GPU this can take, which is really impressive. Again, you probably saw how thin it is, so to be able to get that much power, graphics performance and processor performance wise at the same time is pretty impressive. Now that obviously is going to cost you. Even the starting price for this is fairly high given the build quality and feature set. It's $2149, so definitely a high-end professional system. This will not be your average everyday daily driver laptop if you don't have any demanding workload to do, but that is who it's aimed at. The ports sort of finish out the utility with 2 USB-C, you have HDMI, 2 more USB, and a micro SD card slot as well, or a regular SD card slot as well, rather. To get those high-end components working in such a thin chassis, Lenovo did a lot of work on the interior, redesigning both the layout and sort of which kind of parts they're using to make it run coolly. That includes both a more traditional heat pipe and a vapor chamber. They have fans which have anti-spill as well. If you accidentally drop your drink on your laptop keyboard, it'll permeate through to the fans and get spit back out of the system and not damage your components. Always good because we know that happens. So the vapor chamber and the heat pipe work in conjunction with the high-end GPU. Again, this is an RTX 3080 and the previous version only had a GTX 1650 Ti, so it's quite a jump up. And obviously they need to make sure that runs smoothly and doesn't overheat or get too loud in something this thin. So this is the solution that they've come up with. It's also a larger battery than in the previous version. I believe it's up to 90 watt hours. So all told, there's a lot of internal improvements and external upgrades to this system. We of course would like to run the full review when we get an opportunity to get a unit in, so check back to PCMag.com for that.